Welcome back to Too Many Topics Podcast with your hosts, Scott and Tommy.
That's
Did you
Danny?
like it? Yeah, I went at it different. Danny, that was for you, man.
That was your radio DJ voice.
That was my radio DJ voice. Well, welcome back, everybody. We are shooting late night again. It's
a little late night, 4 o'clock.
Yeah, well, it's better than my morning, 8 o'clock voice that everybody says I have.
5 o'clock, people.
We're all gonna
5
do.
o'clock.
We're all gonna do radio voice now.
Drive time.
Yeah.
Drive time radio.
Bringing the Mad Dog.
Mad Dog.
So we are here in the studio. You can hear a third voice chirping in there.
Oh yeah.
Hola, amigos.
For those of you
Hola,
that don't know,
Olito.
Mr. Ralph Andrews, he came in
Esquire.
Esquire to the Don Julio family.
The closing attorney. The closer.
The closer. That's a good
What
one.
we do. Do one thing,
yeah.
do it well.
So we're in here tonight. We're going to shoot a little shit about the business, right? About a little, growing up on Staten Island. And, we're friends with Ralph a long time, so it's going to be fun. And I'm sure interesting.
Oh yeah.
What do you think, Tom?
Oh, 100%.
You ready?
We're ready.
All right.
Let's get in it.
Let's get at it.
Real estate, music, tech, pop culture, sneakers, NFTs, comedy, whiskey, tequila. Woo! It's the Too Many Topics Podcast, an absurd and hilarious take on, well, a lot of things. Here are your hosts, Scott and Tommy.
Ralphie boy,
Hey.
finally got you in here.
Yeah, so
It's
happy to
about
be
time.
here. So
Took
happy
you a
to
little
be
while.
here.
You got a schedule with Ralph.
I was just gonna say.
Ralph, he's at least 2 months out. He's harder to get into than that restaurant down on the shore. What's that? The Butcher Block or
The Butcher Block.
yeah,
he's
he's-
harder to get in.
I
than
just
that
went
Butcher
there,
Block.
actually.
Did you? How was it?
It was really good.
Did
It
you
was really
steal a
good.
knife?
You didn't steal any
I didn't
silver.
steal a knife,
Yeah, you-
but the
you-
person who made the reservation made it a day in advance, so she knew somebody.
Whoa,
She made a day in advance for like a dozen people.
that's
So
That's tough.
You only paid $600 for the steak.
no, that's tough.
$5.99.
Oh, got a deal.
Got a deal.
No, the food there is excellent.
It was.
I mean,
It was really good.
Yeah.
I haven't been there since it's new. I was there when it was
Nice
the
you know,
old
atmosphere.
block.
the
You would-
old. Yeah, I was on the old
you were
block.
on the old block.
I was like Jenny,
yeah.
but now I heard it's it's something to see. Well,
was cool, it was cool.
Staten Island.
I'm not a big Jersey guy, but I enjoyed it.
No, I know.
No,
but
you're
it's
not.
that
You
far.
head the other way when you go out. You go towards
Usually.
Brooklyn, Manhattan.
He goes towards the Battery Tunnel,
Yeah,
the dreaded
The
Battery
you
Tunnel.
carry.
yeah.
Anybody who's ever been out with Ralph knows all about the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel.
Oh yeah.
In
Top down.
in a convertible.
Top down, chrome spinning.
How he does it.
Oh,
So
yeah.
how
Life
are you,
is
my
good,
man?
brothers?
Life is good. Life is
I'm
good.
doing well. I'm doing well. Our business is picking up a little bit after a slow summer, and I'm just enjoying everything else there is.
Yeah, man.
I'm glad he's actually saying that because it's true. I was reading a few articles and I saw a few videos of everybody went away, and not just like Cape May
Not
or
just
the Jersey Shore.
vacation.
When this whole summer, I don't know one person that wasn't in Italy, France, Paris. Everybody was overseas. So now that everybody's back, everybody's really working.
And on my end, I see the closings 2-3 months after you
Prior,
put the
yes.
deals together.
Yeah.
So
After.
those spring deals that didn't happen because the rates were going through the roof and everybody was scared.
Sure.
That resulted in July and August being very slow.
I'm curious that you say that, right? So how was that transition when rates just, because I was talking to someone the other day, a lot older than me, and seeing the 18% in the 70s and whatever, and I said, you saw some heavy rates, but houses were fucking 50,000. Let's be honest. But have you ever seen rates double in the short period of time that we just saw them?
No, I
actually
haven't.
double?
I mean, I've been doing this about 20 years.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen anything like
No,
this.
well, I was saying that to him, and he agreed. But my question to you is, I guess, how did that affect people that were already in contract? Were you getting people dropping out?
Well, some people that were in contract, if they didn't lock their rate, they might have been in trouble.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, they couldn't afford it now. And a lot of people that got pre-approved, people are asking for new pre-approvals before they
Sure.
would enter into contract because they said, all right, well, you could afford it in February. Can you afford it in May?
Right.
And it does change. And what people don't realize, I don't think, so the media, I guess, is a scare tactic, how they do it. 2 and 3% wasn't a real market of a number.
It's
4,
free.
5, 6.
It's
Those,
free.
Yeah, those are real numbers. So it's not the market is, yes, it's changing, but it's not crashing. We're going back to a regular real estate market where you have to work, where the house does need a curb appeal, where it does need some updating, where you can't just sell, a garbage bag, pile.
And as far as,
Get 10,000 over ask.
Exactly. Have the line out the door.
and as far as rates go, anywhere around 5 or under is golden.
Golden.
I mean,
Golden.
3's not coming back.
Once you take into consideration
Not
forget
anytime
about the
soon,
benefits of the
anyway.
house, but different tax deductions and benefits that you can get, yes, that's a more stabilized
That's a good
market.
rate. Like I said, 20 plus years that I've been involved overall, I've been, closing deals myself for 19 now this month. And, 4.5, 5 was the best we saw.
Absolutely.
Until COVID.
Yeah,
Until
I
right
remember
before COVID.
I got in the mortgage business in like 95, and I remember that rates broke like 7%, and the people in the office, and I'm brand new, I don't know much about them, they're jumping up and down screaming, refi boom. I thought we were under attack. I had no idea what the fuck they were
you were
talking
cold
about.
calling everybody at 9
they were
and
like,
10.
and I'm like, holy shit. And I remember this lady, Rosalie, that I worked with, she was an older woman, and I was too stupid back then to understand, but she was in the office late night, always on that phone, and she just crushed it, the lady.
Sure.
And that's when I got the first taste of a refi boom. But you're right.
At 7 and 8%.
Right, and after that, it floated down to that 4 or 5%, and it stayed there. It stayed there
was
for
strong.
a lot of
that
years.
was strong,
Yeah.
and business was very good when those were the rates. It got even better when the rates dropped more, but business was good at that point. And hopefully we could, after this latest tick, hopefully it'll come back soon down to like around 5 or something. Right now it's over 6.
But interest rates, people don't look at the flip side of it, right? So when interest rates are that low, guess what? Everyone's interest
Yes,
that they
everybody's in
gain
the
on
game.
their stuff is
People are
nothing at
moving
this
for
point.
no reason.
But it's
Free money.
No. What I'm saying is, when rates are higher, 7, 8%, you're getting 2 and 3% as interest in the bank for your money.
Yeah.
You're getting better returns
yes,
on stuff.
yes.
Sure.
When the interest rates are down to 3, your money is worth nothing in the
You
bank.
better
You're
leave it
getting
under your mattress.
exactly, and that's the part that people don't understand. There's people on fixed incomes. There's an older generation that live off of the interest that they receive on their money. So when rates crash like that, they suffer. People don't
Sure.
realize there's a whole segment of the
No.
population that
Nobody's
lives off
talking
of that.
about it.
Right,
That's
absolutely.
the reason. They're
Because
talking
everyone's-
about,
It's
oh
all
my
right.
God.
It's all right. Nobody's talking about that.
Yeah.
No, but and listen, home ownership, let's be honest, to me is the greatest long-term wealth builder that we have.
100%.
Right? So everybody wants a piece of, I don't even call it the American dream, it's wherever you live.
The richest
Yes.
people own a lot of real
own,
estate.
own homes. So I get
Own
all that,
property.
and that's where that frenzy, I believe, came from, is because, people just wanted to own homes, and now they could, right? Even though prices
Like you
were
said, the
shooting through-
American dream.
Right,
Yes.
things were shooting through the roof, but now, now we find ourselves in challenging times.
And you know what? When I have buyers that might be first generation, hardly speak English, some of them, and they're closing on that first house, I gotta say it is rewarding.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
It is rewarding to help them because they appreciate it so much more than
Tommy cried at his closing.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
that's what I heard. The
I
mortgage
looked-
person said,
looked-
I didn't know
yeah.
to get. I
looked
didn't
at
know
the
what
number,
to do.
and that's when I started crying.
I didn't know if his wife pinched him under the table. The guy just started crying.
But as a closing
I was there.
attorney, Ralph, as a closing attorney, for those that don't know, that's a knock on me. But listen, you
No,
were
that was great.
You were charging me. I
Wait,
got a
time out.
free
You
attorney.
you do real estate law? Let me just
Yeah,
get this.
hold on,
You're not a
wait.
corporate
Oh.
lawyer, right?
I do family law, divorces, child custody. Call me.
And how long you guys know each other for?
We've
That's-
known each other a long time, man.
There's a lot of love no matter what. Man.
Yeah,
There's a lot
I
of love
was.
no matter what.
What's the
It's
3
business,
rule?
never
Cheap,
personal.
fast, and something. You can't have fast.
can't
You
have
can
it
only
all.
have 2 out of the 3.
Yeah,
Right.
2
Cheap,
out of the
fast,
3.
and good.
Yeah,
Cheap, fast, and good.
I chose free.
Tommy got 4 out of them. Free
No,
gets
but
you
it
every
wasn't
time.
my decision. Actually, it was my wife's.
Isn't
I
that's-
kind of figured that.
Yeah,
But you know what?
And you could edit that
I
out.
sit here and Tommy knows I love him, but we hide behind the fucking wife story.
No, I
Yeah.
don't hide. I'm
Every
telling
time.
everybody.
No, you're gonna
I
use that for the
make-
rest
yeah,
of the
I
time.
make no
You're not hiding.
decisions.
No,
Yeah,
no,
no.
no. It's
It's
like,
the truth.
Hey, Tommy, you want to come out? Nah, my wife. Oh, you want to do it? Nah, my wife. Oh, I would love to, but my wife. He's gonna
but,
be
but listen. He's not married yet.
Yeah. So it's just gonna
So
get worse.
that's fucking bullshit.
just gonna get worse.
But the decision part of it is, I don't want to hear it after the fact that I made the
Of the
decision
result.
and something bad happened. So if I
He said
just
something
let
bad would have happened.
He's genius, bro.
if I just let her make the decisions and shit
It's
falls
all on
apart,
her.
that's it. My hands are clean.
And he's saying 55% of the time she's might be wrong, so I don't want to
Yeah,
put
yeah,
myself
yeah,
in that category.
I don't want to
I
risk
get-
that 10%.
Listen, I wait for it to be wrong. I know it's going to be wrong from the beginning. The decision is made. My enjoyment comes from the fact of then just nodding my head and saying, "Okay, we'll change."
You know,
now."
you say he's not married, but he thinks like a man that's been married for
he
50
does.
years.
No,
you,
he does.
You
He
picked
does.
that up very quickly.
Taking it from two
hanging,
people who've
yes.
been married for a minute.
Yeah, I picked it up from you guys. Hanging from you guys, I pick up
How long you married?
a lot of traits.
Married 14 years, and we've been
Jesus.
together 26.
Wow.
Holy
I'm married 14
shit.
too, yesterday.
I didn't even think you were 26 years old.
You know, since I was like 10.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah, we got they met in K3.
They really did. Though.
Pre-K3.
We spoke about that actually at Catch one night, right? That whole you guys meeting in school and things of that, and then finding each other right down.
Well, we actually met on the Staten Island Ferry.
That's
Shout-
right.
Yeah,
Shout
yeah.
out to Joya,
Yep.
my wife,
I know
my
that
everything.
you
who takes care of us.
you told me that story, but
We met on the ferry 26 years ago by coincidence because she didn't really live in Staten Island. She just happened to be there for a little while. So it's pretty cool.
yeah, it's nice when you have a little history behind it.
Sure,
You
sure.
know? How about you?
26 years.
26 days.
Listen,
26 years
it's-
next
26
month.
days I walked in the office
Wait.
and she was there.
Yeah. What does forever sound like? What time period is that? Because that's what it
26
feels.
26 years.
It feels like forever.
The middle of February?
Yeah, it feels like forever.
Yeah. No.
Listen, man, listen. Life is about ups and downs, pros and cons.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
as long as the pros outweigh the cons, you're good.
That's it.
And
Exact-
nobody
I-
does
I
it better
fully
than this
agree.
fuck. So
I
he
fully
could
agree.
say whatever he
He
wants.
enjoys
Yeah.
life.
He likes
enjoys life.
he's the conductor of the train.
Oh yeah.
We just don't
yeah,
know where
but
the
it's
fuck
going,
the train's going.
But yeah, the conductor's in the back and the
Never
track
Land.
is sideways. Let's get back to Ralphie though.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm sipping on my drink. He's got me getting
Um,
crocked at 5 in the afternoon.
No, yeah, let's.
It's
All
it's
juiced
a
up.
it's a work drink.
Yes.
Yep.
After work drink.
All juiced up on McAllen.
My work night goes till 3 a.m.
Yes, typically it does.
Anything after 3 is
That's
off
it.
the clock.
Yeah. He always says he prides himself on answering the phone.
Yes.
Not
Ba-
between 3 and like 4:30.
Yeah, that's it.
That's his quiet
that
time.
hour is rest time for Ralph.
That's his quiet time.
What about talking about the firm a little bit? Do you want to talk
All right,
about?
Yes, please,
Do you,
please.
Want to plug the business a little bit?
My name is Ralph Andrews. I'm a real estate attorney. We do residential, commercial, New York, New Jersey. My partner Stephen Leung, and we have Andrews and Leung. We're based in Staten Island. We have an office in Bay Ridge, and we just secured a new space in Manalapan, New Jersey.
Nice, smart move.
Very nice. Very nice. You know what I was captivated by there? How when he talked about his business, he turned his voice into a whole
Yeah,
different.
very, very.
It's like almost like a
professional.
pitch voice.
That
you've-
was my DJ voice.
You've done that before, right?
Oh,
I've spoken in front of people before. Yes.
Yeah, I think he's-
I've promoted myself to masses.
Ralph is big in the educational side of real estate as well.
Yes.
So people don't know because they think realtors are stupid, but realtors have to take continuing education every 2.5 years, 22.5 hours. Ralph is a big supporter of that. He's pretty much at every.
With my friends, Rob Tuzo from Cross Country.
Ooh, big plug.
He
Tell
runs
Rob
classes.
to promote this show.
Well,
He will. He will.
tell-
Rob's good
Rob
people.
sees the caliber of talent we have on this show.
Yeah, this
knows.
is the
You gotta get him in next.
Yeah.
Well,
You gotta
we've
get him.
Well, we gotta
invited.
go-
Listen. We have invited Rob prior to us even starting the show, and he's turned us down.
We
every
invite
time.
him to dinner and he turned us
Yeah,
down.
yeah. We've been inviting Rob to
Oh,
everything.
stop.
And Rob just turns
Rob's
us
all
down.
over the place. He's trying to build an empire, but
And he's doing well at it.
Yeah, he's on the way.
He runs classes for realtors as
Why don't-
part of his New York School of Real Estate.
I was gonna say, why don't you plug the school instead?
and then I sponsor some classes, and I also teach some of the
Yeah,
classes.
yeah.
I'm a licensed New York State teacher, instructor.
Yeah.
Very good. Very, very good. What type of classes do you teach, Ralph?
I teach the classes that skew more towards the legal end. Contracts to closing, legal ethics.
That's the name of the class. Contracts to closing.
Legal ethics, and when he
right.
gets me in on some of the mortgage classes, I have 20 plus years being around mortgages, so I know a thing or two.
Sure. And I'm sure you've taken one or two.
I've taken one.
I've been to his house.
Oh yeah.
I've been
no,
to
that
a,
was
I've
paid
been
for
to
straight
a
cash.
Ralph Andrews home party.
That was paid for straight cash.
Oh, I wish.
Straight cash.
Speaking of Ralph Andrews parties, nobody wants to touch on that?
Oh, some of the best.
The best. We mean some
Of the best.
I mean, listen, the
Don't
best,
embarrass him
the
like
best on Staten Island. Let's not even
Right.
talk
100%.
about that.
100%.
So you're not putting
it's
yourself
one of-
up against like the Kardashians, is what you're
Well,
saying.
no. But real estate parties in the area by a private firm, come on.
with an ice sluge.
That was the least of the things. that
In
we had.
In June, we had a great party at the Stone House. Shout out Peter Botros.
Yes,
And
Peter.
We had 200 people, and it was 5 hours long, and there was a lot of dancing, a lot of tequila consumed, and it was a great time had by all.
A lot of content was being made.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that.
A lot of good times had by all, including me, my friends, my family, and the people that help pay the bills. My clients,
Absolutely. And
realtors, mortgage brokers.
So it's a little weird, right? So you have is this a holiday party? Is it a
It's my
friends and
holiday
family?
party. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's
So
a
it's a
holiday
holiday
party. It's
party?
my Christmas party in June.
Gotcha.
Everybody does them in December. I mean, who has time in December?
Absolutely.
You're running around from party to party. In June, it's nice out. We do it outdoors.
Oh yeah.
You know what I noticed he doesn't have at his parties, but
Nothing.
I kind of
Everything is at that party.
Well, if
What
not,
did I
not,
miss,
not
Scott?
if
What
you,
did I miss?
Not if you're talking about a true Christmas party in June,
Santa?
right?
Oh, there was
Well,
elves.
Santa, yeah, you missed
No,
this.
it was
You
elves.
got a
Next
big
June,
out-
I'm gonna have a Santa
you got a big outfit out, but you know what? It's going to be hard for you to get
and a lot of
candy
elves.
canes.
Because they don't sell them.
How do you
know what?
get
Listen,
a candy cane in June?
I'll buy them in January on discount.
Yep.
And I'll freeze them.
Oh, is he listening?
I should throw him on. No, this isn't live.
Oh, okay.
If he's listening, we're in
Yeah,
trouble.
yeah. Oh, he's listening.
Oh man,
Good old Francis.
what's going on? That's so funny. He jumped in on us. So yeah, so
is that? Who is that?
Frank Rizzo.
Frank Rizzo.
That's how you're gonna.
I like Frank. I just seen
Frank's
him
good.
Saturday
Yeah, good
night. I just seen him Saturday night.
Where'd you see him?
El Sonio in Annandale, which is like his
Their
second
stomping
home.
grounds.
Oh, he
Yeah.
told me
Yeah.
all about that. He
Yeah,
told me
yeah,
all
yeah.
about that.
That's their stomping grounds.
I went to a charity event across the street at District. Now it was 5 to 8. I showed up at 9 because I had another thing that day that I couldn't make it earlier.
Richie Cansey,
Richie
his
5 times.
Yep.
And Matt Bass, my friend, whose nephew Cody Bass
Yeah.
was the
He
one
fought.
being involved. No.
Oh wait, what did he do?
No, Matt Bass was the baseball player.
Yes, yeah, but
But now he does mortgages.
And he does mortgages with Rob.
Yeah.
But I showed up late, but me and my wife went. I wanted to just show a little support. So I saw Matt,
Amazing.
I saw Richie. We hung out for a few minutes. Then they dispersed, and me and my wife went across the street to El Sonio. We saw Frank. We had a nice dinner outside, a couple drinks.
No, you can't beat it. El Sonia's
good.
a great
I was
meal.
gonna say before when you said you
I
wanted to go to
sat, I
dinner,
sat
was gonna say,
outside,
why don't we go
smoked a
there?
joint right at
It's
my
on
table.
the way to you.
Mm.
I love the place. You can't miss.
It's
you
good
know?
food.
It's
Good
good
food.
food.
We had a great meal.
should go there
and-
tonight and
listen,
tell 'em that,
it
we're
was a
gonna
good
shoot us.
crowd. And you know what my wife said? She said, this is the first time she was there. She said, this is the Esca of the South Shore.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because it was just a
that's what it
local
is.
place.
Yeah,
That's
and
a
I
local
know a
spot.
lot of guys that go to Sonio. It's a big spot on Staten Island.
Saw another one of my good clients there.
Hello.
Hey, Scott.
Hey, Frank Rizzo, how are you, buddy? You're live on Too Many Topics podcast. It's here, me, Scott, and Tommy, and our guest, Ralph Andrews.
I wonder if you just heard the dial tone immediately after. after
Hello,
hearing
Frank,
that.
are you there?
Yeah, I am here. How are you?
Good, good. We were just talking about Annandale Town and how we like to frequent restaurants out there, and Ralphie just lets me in on a little secret that he ran into you this weekend there.
He did run into me this weekend. We saw each other at El Sonio, which was nice. He was having a wonderful dinner there with his wife. I was enjoying a wonderful night out with family and friends.
That's pretty much the story that he told us.
And Frank bought me a nice round of drinks. Thank you,
Ooh.
Frank.
Did he really?
And that's expensive.
This is Frank Rizzo.
Ralph's
This is
drinks.
wait.
Ralph's drinks. A round for Ralph
Right.
is
Yeah.
half the restaurant.
I started the party by saying he's like an heir to Don Julio.
Well, It was soda and lemonade, so it was okay.
Ah,
So
nice.
it was all right.
You could always count on Frank.
What were you on you were on a detox that night?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It was, you know what, a great tequila for the tequila lovers out there. It was Herradura Legend.
Ooh.
It's an añejo tequila.
Pay attention, Frank. We're learning stuff.
That tastes like scotch because of the way it was aged.
Oh, really?
You taste it, you think you're drinking scotch. It's tequila.
They do a lot. They do a lot in whiskey and Scotch barrels.
It was really, really good, and nobody
Learning
has it.
something new.
And they had it. It was a brand new bottle. It was the first bottle they had. They cracked it
And-
open for me.
And the bottle was empty by the end of the night.
I'm sure it
They
was.
didn't have that bottle after I left.
But how was the food? I was just Frank. I was
was
just telling him, you can't
was
miss with
excellent.
that place.
I had halibut,
No,
right on point.
I will tell you that they've got a slightly new menu, which is great. I mean, that's the staff there is fantastic. So people go there. I know I go there because the staff there is great. The service is top notch. But they have changed their menu a bit, which was really exciting. And then when we were there this last weekend, I mean, the place was packed. So they had a great
Packed.
crowd. Packed. Like it was. You basically couldn't get a seat. They tried to get but it was a real fun night.
Yeah, he's got a good product over there. I've always said it. It's in a good spot. If I had one negative to say about the place, the bathrooms are a little small.
What are you doing in the bathroom? How much space do you need? You're not
I'm
even
just
a big
saying.
guy.
For me, I like to
I
move
fit.
around a little in the bathroom. I like to just be able to.
I thought you were going to say where they were positioned because every time you go back to the bathroom back there, a waiter runs into you
Yes, yes,
immediately.
the
Yeah, you either
tough
get
to get
knocked
to.
out by
Yeah,
a waiter or you get
yeah.
knocked out by some South Shore guy that's just impatient because you're in there too long.
And sometimes the lines
Which is why I go to the city.
and sometimes the lines are long.
Yes,
The lines are long.
Yeah, and they
Not
can,
for you, Frank.
But the other thing is they can hear you doing your business in there. They're like right on top of you.
Oh, somebody didn't like the
Not
pork
if-
chop.
Not when it's packed, right? So when it's packed, hopefully they can't hear you.
Yeah.
But it's one of the things is changing the menu. I think is probably a big thing. And this winter they'll probably do pretty well. So
Yeah.
Nice.
If I was them, I would make the bathrooms bigger, like maybe a 2-person bathroom. Instead of just
Two?
Yeah, for guys,
Nice.
have a little class.
Yeah.
Right? Feel like I'm in
Get
a porta
everybody
potty.
in there.
I don't know about two people guy bathrooms, but whatever you said.
You'll go to the bathroom with me anytime, Ralph.
Well, today, listen,
Only if you
today
hold
it's there's no more men and women. What are you saying?
Oh,
Yes,
it's
trying to
unisex.
say
yes,
that.
unisex.
That's right.
Yeah,
All the
so-
places in the city.
That's
are
the
unisex.
menu
It
change.
should just say bathroom.
The
right?
menu change was to make the menu unisex.
Is
Listen, going back to the menu here, I
what'd you order?
I go out to eat a lot. I told you I had the halibut. It was great. I go out to eat a lot, and I almost always order from the specials.
Yeah,
You know it's
that's
fresh.
their good stuff. Yeah.
You know that they're gonna give you a little.
I was
extra-
told something totally
Oh, yeah?
different
You would say stay
about
away from the
specials.
specials?
Yeah, I was told growing up the specials were the stuff they got to get rid of before it
No,
expires.
the specials, the stuff that's
that?
not on the menu.
Frank, you listening to the perspective
yeah.
that's being thrown around in this room right now?
Yeah, that is the old school mentality of what the special was.
Which who's right, me or Ralph?
I used to work in an Italian restaurant, and I agree with Tommy. I mean, it used to be the special is what we have to get out the door.
Yeah, you gotta sell that.
But not anymore.
50-50, right? Like half the time is what we have to get out the door. The other half it was something if the chef wanted to do something different. I think right now with where things are, there's definitely been a shift, right? You can't get away with that with all these. If I get a bad meal, I'm gonna put you on.
Yep,
Right?
yep.
I'm gonna sit there and all
Yep,
of a sudden
yep.
your Google review is gonna be like 3.8.
Yeah.
And so I think
Great
that-
restaurant. Whatever you do, don't
Or
have the special.
Don't order the
Yeah,
specials.
that's where there's been a little bit of shift. And a
Yeah,
little bit more
I didn't even think
accountability,
about that.
So
You're
they
right.
They can't get away with it.
And listen, the restaurant business is at an all-time high right now. I mean, I was in Manhattan yesterday and during the day, and you can't go one block without 3 restaurants. I mean, everywhere you look, there's places to eat.
And
Oh,
I was
the
in Manhattan
competition is crazy.
last Wednesday. Listen, Manhattan's back. Times Square was packed. The streets were jumping, and it was young. I mean,
It never really left. You know, there was some issues. We had a bumpy road, but I've been going the whole time. As soon as Manhattan opened back up with COVID, and it quickly got back to where it was. And now you could reflect it by the rental prices and the home prices.
Yeah, but I still think that, you know, they've taken a hit from an entertainment perspective. I don't think that they're back to where they used to be. You know, I'm not keen on like having to step over 4 homeless people and have to buy 3 bags of weed before I get into the place.
I don't experience that.
I go in Manhattan almost every week.
Yeah, I don't experience it. But again, he don't experience it because he's pulling up, they're valeting his car, and he's walking into.
Come on, Tommy, I don't use a valet.
And wait, and time out,
I walk.
And time out,
take,
the guy sitting
subway.
in the back seat, hitting a pipe, like listening to rap music way too loud than any other human listens to it. So he can't even tell you which streets he drives on.
Yeah.
He just knows he gets there.
Gets
out and gets home.
Ralph experiences the
That's
city
not fair.
much different than other people.
Than guys like me who have to actually park their car, step over a few step over a few homeless person.
You used to have the same car.
Cop a bag of weed and then go into the store, right?
Oh, that's funny.
It's the truth, but
That is funny.
Well, Frank, thank you for chiming in here.
Yeah, well,
anything more to add?
I would say, as we see a lot of these restaurants have started to come back, my biggest concern about it is I think it's a soft comeback, right? Because they're either busy, right? But you're also seeing these businesses are they're absorbing a lot of costs, right? So you'll see how they're cutting in certain ways that you didn't see them cut before, and I think they're going to start to see some of that pinch going forward.
Well, across the board, portions are smaller everywhere you go. Everywhere you go.
And
Same
menu.
price, about 80, 75% of what you used to get.
Order eggs at Z1.
Every restaurant.
no, that makes it sense.
Order eggs at Z1. You tell me.
I heard Tommy on the phone before, and all I heard him say was, because I'm only listening to one side of the
3-egg
conversation.
omelet at one
No,
egg.
I heard $17 for eggs. That guy's lucky chairs don't fly through his windows.
You know what, though? I've seen a lot of the different, though. I've seen prices staying the same at a lot of restaurants, but just this portion shrinking.
Sure.
Listen, I'm big on mom and pop, local shops.
We ordered takeout last night from a local, pizzeria restaurant, right? Good quality, but takeout, like just take it home. 3 entrees, 1 appetizer. I mean, almost $100.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Now listen, I'm a 2-income household, right? So we could do
His
it.
wife's a lawyer, by the way.
You'll see that there's a trade-off of
Real
going,
estate.
for working late, but that's a lot for a family to absorb, and you see how that difference is happening in people putting things on their credit cards. Credit card, debt has spiked. So,
tremendously.
Yeah, there's been the
When you getting Rizzo in here?
He was here.
Which is great.
All right, good.
But I just wonder how I think this is going to be a tough winter for them. Right?
Oh, yeah.
This is going to be a tough winter for the consumer. Kind of absorbing. I mean, we've had high inflation for a long period of time, and I don't think people have gone through this before. I don't think a lot of people have changed their life to the expenses they had. They've gotten to some habits, right? They had a lot of disposable income over the last few years, and they haven't altered their habits to reflect the new lifestyle that they should be having because it's tough, right? But when that bill comes due, I think we're going to, not to be a downer here, but when that
really. Way to bring
Thank-
down Ralph's show.
Thanks
I
to
need
the
a drink.
psychology session. I was going to say, holy shit, I knew he was too smart to be on this fucking show.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, but we got to have him in again because he's super intelligent.
Yeah, he is, but he makes me sound even dumber.
Oh,
So,
yeah. We
can we
can't
talk
hold
about
the candle
finer
to
things
him.
like
And
the
always very
sizes of
serious.
bathrooms in
Always very
restaurants?
serious.
Can we get back to that?
No, way to ruin Ralph's show.
But anything,
It's all right. They're going to edit that out.
but let's just go back to this weekend. Was there anything else that happened over there that was entertaining?
You're inching for something.
Yeah, I just want to see. It's an inside joke that nobody else gets except for the guy on the phone.
I get it.
But I respect his privacy.
I get it. I was there.
All I have to say, Scott, you hit the nail on the head before. I mean, sometimes when people have to go, they have to go, right? And
Your office is across the street, my man. Please.
Listen, I'm fine. When I go out, I'm just going out to have a good time. Right?
That's
I'm
it.
going to enjoy the company I'm
Yep.
with and enjoy it. Hopefully meet some people out in the crowd that I'm going to, have good interactions with.
Sure.
And that's it. I
Be
mean,
able to
that's
help them with
overall
any,
is-
be able to help people at any time, any cost, dental work, whatever it is.
Dental work.
Yes.
You're just there for them.
I am a people person, Scott, and sometimes the best thing you could do is give them advice on what not to do.
Oh yeah.
Right? That's
Don't do this.
Oh, Frank, come on, enlighten our listeners to what happened to you this weekend. Because I think it's a feel-good story. It's not a, you didn't break any laws.
No. All I'll say, right, and I'll
Give us the Reader's Digest version.
The PG.
Oh, it's not dirty.
So
It's funny.
So it was. We were stuck in a very, very long line, waiting to use the restroom. I mean, extremely long, like beyond normal time. And I'm waiting patiently. And I had one of the waiters I knew knock on the door. And she was, and he did, and one of the ladies on the other side was kind of making fun of me, saying, "Hey, I don't know if you want to go in there." I mean, that's how long you were waiting. Like, you sure you want to go in there? I didn't know if somebody was sick or, what had happened. Lo and behold, a woman opens the door, right? And she opens the door, and you could just see the look of terror on her face. And I looked at her, and she was missing her right front tooth, the top one. And she looked at me, and she was so upset. I was the dentist, saying she dropped her tooth on the floor. And she said if I could help her find it. Now, I don't know if anybody's been to a male restroom floor, but that is the last thing I ever want to touch.
You want to be crawling around there.
That isn't water on the floor, gentlemen.
Yeah. The swamp.
And I go into the bathroom to help her, and I'm trying to tell her, she's beautiful, no one cares. And she's on all fours.
You're
on the
beautiful,
floor, like,
no
looking
one
for this
cares.
tooth. And I felt absolutely horrible. She asked at one point for my phone because she wanted the light. And
You're
I just
beautiful,
couldn't let her
no one
touch anything of
cares.
mine. Right?
Yeah. Wait, how long you been searching the floor for this?
So she finds the tooth like behind the toilet bowl and did a reach around the toilet bowl to grab the tooth. And at which point she's like, "I just gotta put it in my mouth and leave here." And I was just like, "Whatever you do, don't put it in your mouth." Right? That's what I wanted to see you to do. It's like, when I used to work in the city, we used to always like bet the other person as we were driving in to see who'd want to lick the wall of the Holland Tunnel, of the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel, just because it was. I couldn't imagine putting that in the mouth, and I was just disgusted at the thought of it. And I didn't want to see her get sick because she probably, had a few drinks, didn't understand. So
Frank's not. That's not the first time she did that.
No, yeah.
And then leave the restroom. And I really felt like I did a service by.
Oh, you definitely did.
Helping her not put that tooth in her mouth. I will put it to you that way.
How was she going to eat the halibut?
Pardon?
I hope she was having halibut, he said.
Yeah. But it was like I said. I felt horrible for her. And
That's a good story, though.
Yeah, it's a good story. And then he left the bed, and then he got out, and then obviously, who was out there? Dominic, Anthony, Tony. Which one was it?
All three of them.
Yeah. All three.
Obviously, some people thought
Was the
thought
reason.
I was the person that was in there
Yeah.
for 30
With her.
minutes, and I wasn't.
Oh, yeah.
They
Thanks,
thought you were
buddy.
getting busy in the Burger King
Yeah, but-
bathroom.
But I wasn't. It was.
And we know, Frank. We know what you look like. We know
Yeah,
you weren't. But the problem that I have with the story is the guy's not wrong. Think about what he's hearing. Don't put it in your mouth. No.
No,
Stop. Like, what else would you think was going on?
Reach
in there?
around the toilet.
Just reach around.
So the guy,
I would have walked out and said, "Yeah, now she has no tooth."
the door opens. The girl's got no tooth in her mouth. Frank's standing there. What
Hey,
do you think the guys are supposed to think?
You're not allowed to
I mean,
smile.
Maybe that's what he thought. I mean, I guess. I mean, if you're looking at that situation from his perspective, but I tried explaining that's obviously not what happened.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we understand
Hey, there's
that.
another bathroom.
But it wouldn't be
No,
funny if they didn't think that.
If that guy understood.
Yeah.
No good deed goes unpunished.
Yes.
I get yes. The moral of the story is don't go to Sonio's bathroom right after you have dental surgery. You know, it's black and white. I got it.
Yeah.
So that's why I was breaking balls about the bathroom because
that's funny.
that was a pretty.
That's good.
He had me in stitches the other day telling me that
That is
story.
good.
Yeah.
And he gave you guys the shortened version. He gave me the longer one. It was much better. You were into it. You tired? Long day?
Long day.
Gotcha.
Yeah, long day.
Gotcha.
Long day. But it was definitely a fun night. We definitely had a good time, and it was nice seeing Ralph out there. I think I saw Ralph twice that day. It's like he was following me at the two different restaurants.
Yes, I saw you at Max's Eska earlier in the day.
But the important question
Wow,
is,
you guys have a nice day. Eska's in early day.
For lunch. El Sonio
and
for
El
dinner.
Sonio for dinner.
but did you have dental
Holy.
work that day?
Not me.
Okay.
I'm safe.
I would have took a tooth and hit it. For ransom.
How much is it worth?
Yeah.
No, I heard the tooth fairy gives you money for
Yeah,
the shit.
I got your smile right here. No, that's
Otherwise, you're
How
going home.
great.
good deed done, Frank.
Yes, you look beautiful. No one cares.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
What a,
That's-
what a
no-
gentleman Frank is.
Just get out of the bathroom. You
Courtney
look
would be
fine.
proud.
Did a good job. Well, all right, man. We're going to get finished with this show. Thanks for calling in. This was a treat.
problem,
You got a
problem.
little
Listen,
joke.
Nice talking with you. Wish you guys. I'll talk to you soon.
You
All right,
got
man.
it.
Take care.
Later, Frank.
Later, Frank. Oh, that's
Funny shit, right? That was a good story.
Yeah. Imagine being there that night because,
Yeah.
After the guy that tried to get in wasn't happy about Frank,
South
Shore,
Shore.
a little tipsy.
You don't know who my father is?
Next
Oh,
thing,
sure.
next thing you know, there was one of those.
Yeah.
But it got diffused.
Yeah.
Cooler heads prevailed. But
As always,
Thank God.
Frank's a cool head.
Yeah.
You know, he's,
Frank's just like, I was trying to help the woman.
that's what no good deed goes unpunished,
sure.
right?
Sure.
Yeah. So
But
moral of the story: if you hear
Somebody who
some-
got a pee bad, who's had a few, don't care about.
No, I don't care about your tooth. I gotta go. But there are two bathrooms.
there
There.
is two. Yeah, I think there's actually
Three. There's
Isn't there one on the
in
other
the
side,
back,
that sneaky
yeah,
one
yeah.
that nobody really goes
That
to? a lot?
Frank should have went. To,
Yes, if he's been there
being
so much and
Yes.
he
being
knows
the
everybody,
mayor of Vanadale.
Come on.
He could have used the staff bathroom.
he could have ran across the street and used his own bathroom.
Yeah, exactly.
If he had to go that bad, he could have.
Yeah.
But where were we? Before he rudely interrupted us.
I think we were on interest rates and
Yeah, we're talking about
Ralphie
this
being,
and that.
being the
So,
attorney to see to close.
yeah, I close loans. I close deals. I've been doing it for almost 20
CE.
years.
Yeah.
And follow me online, AL Closings. And you'll
Where else?
see this
Is that it?
podcast.
That's all you got? Is
Hey,
I know you're
no.
all over there. I see your
Listen,
underwear flying
yeah,
everywhere.
let's
You gotta
bring
tell
it
me where
back.
else.
AL Closings is where you find my underwear.
Okay.
And then the platforms are Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook.
Oh,
so
no one else-
Ralph changed his whole demeanor. What is it?
Persona.
Yeah, persona. You started doing a ton of content. TikTok, Instagram, and
Free
I think
advertising,
I think
just
it's
trying
really
to get out
taken
there,
off.
let people know, not just the buyers and sellers, but let the agents and the mortgage brokers know that,
Sure.
hey, I'm here, and we answer the phone and we close deals.
Yeah.
Those are all your clients.
Has a ton of good video content that's out there, a ton of stuff that will make you laugh. It makes him human. Listen, in this business, when I first got in, these attorneys, never picked up your phone. They didn't want to be your friend. That's the first thing. They hated real estate agents.
Some of them still do.
There's
They do.
some,
Especially
I
the
don't
older
want to call
ones.
them dinosaurs in the business because a lot of them are educated and a lot of them, still close deals.
No,
and
excellent attorneys, but it's a different mindset.
it's
It's a very simple mindset if you think about it. They went to school for lots and lots of years. They spent a ton of money on an education. You walk in there spending $260 and 75 hours of your time, and you're
Yeah.
taking 90 times what they're taking
Yeah.
from the table. It's a very simple mathematic if you think about it.
Yeah, I mean, but it's
This-
all relative, you know.
Yeah, because in New Jersey there is no attorney. You're on attorney review, so the guy who does that same amount of time of 75 hours and a course could draw up that contract. And
Well,
again,
it's
we're
a
selling
standard,
a
I'm
house.
just saying here.
It's a standard form contract.
Yeah.
They're not drawing up anything.
Right,
They're
right.
filling in a couple blanks, and then it goes into attorney review around this North
Yeah.
Jersey, Middle Jersey area.
And not saying that their job isn't, both are needed in New York. Again, in New York, I feel the client wants you to say, hey, listen, speak to your attorney. That's something that makes me feel comfortable. When I'm able to speak to my attorney, I can tell him anything I want.
There's a legal privilege.
Yeah.
Do you think that there comes a point in time where New York realtors will write their own contracts?
I don't think so. No.
They do. Upstate, out west.
yeah.
Well, downstate.
Yeah,
The downstate,
around here,
yeah.
no, around here, I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, also, maybe why it started is because there's so much volume here. There's so many people here. There's more complex deals maybe there are than some parts of the country.
Makes a little
maybe
bit of
that's
sense.
where
Sure.
it came from. I don't know.
It's definitely not a trustworthiness of a realtor perspective.
It could be. It could be definitely part of it.
That was a joke.
You know, definitely.
I'm a
Yeah.
realtor.
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah.
But people get used to what they get used to. So if you have to use an attorney, you're like, all right, I need an attorney.
I just think that a lot of it has to do, especially if you really want to get into nuts and bolts of it, is, attorneys, you guys got a lot of money and you have a lot of lobbying power and you just got a lot of say in what goes on. So people aren't looking to change laws just to, upset the apple cart because a realtor all of a sudden wants to.
Are
write
there
their own
more
contracts.
attorneys than realtors?
Where
No.
in New York?
In America.
Oh, and I don't know the numbers in
Well,
America.
we got to compare real estate attorneys to realtors.
Oh no,
not
I know the
Yes,
numbers.
yes,
I'm
yes,
sorry.
that's
we
true,
have a,
yes.
we
Yes.
again. There's a real estate agent and then there's a realtor, right? So
Yeah,
they're two
yeah.
different people. But we have just about 1.5 million realtors across. the United-
Realtors with the blue R
Correct.
that we pay into
Well,
this
that
organization.
you get held by a different standard. Correct.
Do you know the number of real estate attorneys?
on Staten Island, no.
No,
1.5 million on Staten Island.
But
Sometimes
Staten
it
Island,
feels
Staten
like
Island,
that.
we have 2,500 agents. Statewide, we have about 60,000. So.
Those are big numbers.
So, and that's another reason, right? Same reason I just said about them. Realtors are a powerful trade organization.
Sure.
That's-
Yeah.
In a politician's
To
mind, that's
lobby,
1.5 million votes.
That's what I mean.
But you know what?
That's what I brought up.
The attorneys, even specifically real estate attorneys, don't have a trade organization like that. They don't have lobbyists. Attorneys are just a profession.
Gotcha.
You know, they're not a specific subset of that.
Yeah, I don't know the politics of it. I just know life, and when the guy
Yeah.
with the
Well, the
biggest
attorneys
gang usually
the attorneys
wins.
may not have those lobbies, but they're the ones that are in the middle of all of it, while the lobbyists
Sure.
and the politicians are going back and forth.
Sure.
No, that makes sense.
Because you can't make a deal if you don't have somebody to sign off.
No,
That's
absolutely.
it. You need that signature.
And also to that point, from a real estate perspective, that's why commissions are different, right? That's why these states hold a higher real estate on average commission because they do a little bit more, right? We kind of do a certain process of it, and then we hand it off to the
Sure.
attorney and
Well,
we let him do the
Yeah,
rest.
and I think that's a lot of it's very local to where we live. Staten
yeah.
Island, New York City, the surrounding areas. Because, like I said, South Jersey, upstate New York, Western New York.
Yeah, they do
it's the way it
contracts,
is
yeah.
around most of the country.
And you could be right. It could be a popular.
And listen, if I was over there, I wouldn't be this. I'd either be a different kind of attorney or I would just be in title, work, title insurance, because that's basically what my job is somewhere else.
Correct. So those title companies have attorneys on staff.
Yeah, they have attorneys on staff, and that's kind of what their role is. In Florida, for example, the realtor and the title company share the job of the attorney.
Gotcha.
And you're closing, right? Because, again, you mentioned the new Manalapan office. Is Steven out there with you as well? Has the whole crew?
we're in Staten Island every day. The Brooklyn and Manalapan are by appointment to meet people, to meet clients, to have closings, to have contract signings. But once in a while I'll go down there if I have an appointment or something. But otherwise, I stay local, and then I adapt and move as I need.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
and again, I don't know if we mentioned this, but you're a huge part of the community especially the realtor community, because even when classes were in person, now a lot of them are on Zoom, but I think
And they're getting back to in person.
Yeah, which is super important because that's where I think you shine the most. is
December
that
27th, I'm teaching the whole class at Cybor.
at Cybor.
Yeah. I'm teaching the contracts to closings class at Cybor. I'm looking forward to that.
Wow, right before
I've
the
done
new
it.
year.
I've done it on Zoom, but it'll be my first time teaching the whole class
In person.
Yeah.
But you're good. You're very good with people. I remember, I don't know if it was me meeting you there, but I think it was Tappan Park. It was something to do with Stapleton. I don't know, 8 or 9 years ago. And you were big down there, and
I think I remember the event you're talking about.
yeah, it was in that park.
Camila Hanks.
Yes. Yeah. And I just know that you've been a part of the community, and back to saying with the realtors, a big part with Cyborg, but I know you have that community, and you have children that are going to school.
Yeah, I mean, this is where I live. This is where I live. I try and do a lot of business off Staten Island as much as I can because we're in New York City. There's a lot out there, so I don't want to limit myself by any means. As a real estate agent, it's harder because you have to be boots on the ground showing houses. I don't have to do any of that. So for me, I'm trying to get more in the boroughs, Long Island,
Plus, your
New Jersey.
product is a little bit more consistent, right? Tommy,
it's
Tommy
different.
sees 9 different types of houses in a week. He needs to know the different types of houses.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
price
I don't know
points,
any of that. When it comes down to the contract, it's more uniform. But I'm trying to do as much as I can wherever I can. Trying to expand, trying to grow. That's why I have the office in Jersey, the office in Brooklyn.
Fantastic.
So realtors always have like a great story, like, oh, this client or this house. Do attorneys have that?
Oh, for sure.
Is there one that sticks out to you that the public doesn't know about? That
I mean, we've been at closings where people have thrown down. They've gotten into a fist fight.
Oh, that I
So
would
buy
definitely.
a seller.
Buyer, seller, even a refi. 2 brothers that don't talk.
That I would
They-
see
they
even
rip-
more than the buyer
They
seller.
ripped
Family.
apart. They ripped apart my office, and
Yep.
the guy was really nice. He called me afterwards, like, "Oh, please let me know. I'll pay for any damage." But him and his brother, who don't talk anymore, were trying to do a buyout agreement, and
And what did you say to him? Fuck yeah, I'm filling out the police report right now.
Yeah. I got your damages right here and your tooth.
Yeah, that was my next question. Did anybody lose a tooth in the office?
no, but there were a little blood on the carpet from that.
Oh
one.
shit! This was
Oh.
real fisticuffs.
And then,
right
and then
here.
I've been to others where it's been buyer and seller just getting heated, standing up, starting to yell at each other, people getting nervous.
In English?
But, yeah, in English.
Okay,
In English.
just checking.
Other stories like, I always tell people if you can avoid post-possession where
Sure.
the seller stays after the
Sure.
closing. Get keys at the closing. Let the seller go find somewhere to live. Let the seller go find somewhere to store
Stay
their
with
stuff.
Aunt Becky.
Yeah.
Get your keys at the closing. Well, they can't always do that for multiple different reasons. So just recently I had a buyer who bought a house, said, okay, you can stay 3 weeks. They say 3 months.
Right.
No,
And it was a
shit.
problem.
Yeah,
But,
absolutely, it's a
and
problem.
then the legal process is such that nothing happens quick, nothing's cheap, and thankfully it ended up okay. They finally did get out, no real damage. They paid what they were supposed to pay for staying, about 18 grand in overages and in penalties, and they paid it because they knew they were in the wrong. But apparently they were waiting for their buyer or their seller to move.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
and
And
you
they
don't
got it
get
from-
that
and it was
often. I try to preach, no post possession, but it's
Keys
very
at the
difficult
closing
right
is
now.
so much better for everyone involved.
Yeah.
But the seller doesn't want to have to move twice, and when it's a seller's market, they say this is what I want, and somebody will give it to me.
So I'm not like most realtors. I play fair with everybody in the same. We're in the same sandbox. What about you with other attorneys? Is there that mutual respect there?
Oh,
Who
for
do you,
sure.
who do you hate the most?
Yeah. Who are we
Come
gonna
on.
bash?
Let's ask
right
some good
now?
questions.
I get along with just about everybody. I really do.
But who don't you get along with? We're a media outlet,
Yeah.
right?
No, I don't think we could. We get along with everybody.
God.
Yeah, there's ethnical.
There's nobody that I really have a problem with, but there are certain attorneys when I see their name on the other side of the offer
It gives you
sheet,
that.
Say fuck.
I say fuck.
Okay. But that's all right to say
But
that.
but there's not too many of them, and there's other ones that I don't really like, and they don't like me, and we kind of know it. But when I see their name, I said, all right, this will be fine.
Yeah,
Just
we
because I
business.
know that they work
Business is
right.
business,
and
and
business
it's
is
gonna get
business. And I just closed one with an attorney like that today, yesterday. And yeah, there's
If you're listening and you closed something with Ralph yesterday,
He don't like
He's
you.
talking about you.
you know who you are. And you know what? People have a lot of shit to say, and haters are gonna hate, and that's why I live my life and I don't worry about everybody else anymore.
No,
Once upon a time I did. Maybe when I started my business I did. Once I had a little success, once I went through shit in my life that I said, you know what? I can't worry about people anymore. That's it. I'm
No,
gonna be
it's-
me.
it's-
Tommy, what did we learn on Tuesday?
Like it
Yeah.
or love
What
it.
did we learn on
Or
Tuesday?
hate it.
Tuesday. Nobody gives a fuck.
No.
No, nobody cares.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tomato, tomato.
Um,
Nobody cares, man.
Yeah, so whatever, whether we like each other or not, just be honest about it, and let's just get deals
Let's
closed.
just
Because at
get
the end of the
together.
day, I want to close it, you want to close it. We both want to
Yes.
get paid. We both want to get our clients what they want. So, there's no time for bullshit. And I really haven't experienced that with the attorneys where, like, they're playing games and making deals difficult. Nobody's trying to make deals difficult.
No.
Deals are difficult enough on their own. Nobody's trying to make deals difficult.
That would be a great reality series, like putting up a camera in a closing room of
There's-
crazy fucking people going at it.
There's one or two attorneys that want to make deals difficult, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
everybody
I
knows
just
who
don't
they
are. I would
get it
watch
because a lot of times, I listen. I'm very transparent. I like things to be open. Anytime Ralph is at the closing side of one of my transactions, we're able to talk. I'm able to get him on the phone. We're able to hash things out prior to it even going to the client. There could be times where we figure it out before nobody else has to even know what's going on.
Communication's everything.
Communication's key.
Everything. So me and
Um,
Tommy have done a lot of deals together over the
lot.
years, and he knows he can call me no matter what time, no matter what day of the week, and say, "Look, I have a problem," and we'll figure out a solution.
Yeah, and I'm actually thankful for that because again, being in this business, you don't get that. You don't get the email updates. You don't get, So when you deal with Ralph or and somebody of Ralph's, you get that level of professionalism where everybody's trying to get the same goal. Even the seller wants to sell. The buyer wants to buy. Everybody has that same. And
Fundamental goal.
And for some reason, every transaction these transactions are not easy.
But
They are difficult.
99% of them can be completed.
Yes.
So let's just
Get
figure out a
to
way.
it.
Take a deep breath, smoke
Take
a
a deep
joint.
breath, take the egos out of it,
Yes.
take the emotions out of it. And that's what I preach to my clients all the time. I say, look, I know this is emotional. It's your home, you're selling, your home, you're buying, but you have to look at it like it's a business transaction, and you have to say what's going to be best, now and down the line, and you can't just get wrapped up in, he said, my floor is not spotless.
Yeah.
No, I get it, but I can't before we end because I could see we're probably getting to the end soon. Any attorneys on Staten Island that have any kind of video of fistfights in their closings,
Yeah,
please
bring
send
them
them
to Too Many
to
Topics.
Too Many
Yeah.
Topics, and we will promote the shit
Yeah.
out of
We
you
did
guys.
not tape that. That was not planned.
Yeah, that is fantastic. Right. But
Oh,
with everybody
I'm
in the cell phone
sure.
world we live in today,
I'm
Yeah,
sure
people are quick to
they're,
pull their phones out
Well,
immediately.
this was a very quiet room with probably just like 4 people in it, and 2 of them were going at it.
Yeah, no,
And one of them was you.
No, I was.
Well, I'm
I was
saying
one-
you were one of the 4
Yeah,
people.
I was one of the 4, and I was just trying to like stay out of their way and hope that
Yeah,
they didn't wreck the place.
And just from being at closings, and noticing. Now I stand outside the room. Not that my job is done, but
COVID.
I'm not really needed at that point in time.
if you're outside, that's good enough.
Yeah,
You gotta
I'm
be
there.
there.
I'm
You gotta
there.
be there.
Let us
You know,
bang out the paperwork
Exactly.
and then
Right.
come in for
Listen,
hugs and kisses.
Yeah, I'm not signing anything at that point. But it is an experience,
Sure.
and it is something that some people take lightly, or some people don't take as much, don't put as much. I know Ralph says it's business, but he does put his heart into it. I noticed that
It's business,
at
but
closing.
it is emotional, right?
100%.
I don't know what the statistics are. I'm not going to start to. You got me drinking Macallan over here. But a large percentage of the people that buy houses only buy one house.
Sure.
So it is emotional. to
And
them.
they're
To your
selling
point,
childhood homes.
If I
or,
if I bought 20 houses, yes, it turns
Yeah.
into a non-emotional
Of course.
transaction.
And it's not really emotional for me, but what Tommy's saying is I still have to put the love in for the client for the deal because
Sure.
that's
you
just
have to be
that's
empathetic.
just how
but you have to be
how it is.
empathetic to your client's feelings, right? You
And
have
that's
to
just
be
how
able to
that's
put
just how it
yourself-
is. What I do, I'm not working for somebody else. I'm working for myself.
Yes.
So, 24/7, you're always on the clock. So,
Sure. Well, that's not true. You're actually working for your clients.
You have to care about what you do, or else I wouldn't be able to do it. Not to the extent that I do it. Not all day long, every day. Not like that. Not like all in.
I mean, you didn't pick real estate law because it's the part of
The
being
most
an attorney
exciting
to be the most
side.
successful. I mean, you got corporate law that people are killing it. You have business law that real estate law might even
There are
be on the
lots of
low,
different kinds.
on the lower end of the spectrum of you getting paid, because it's by transaction. This guy,
Yeah.
you're not making a salary.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
look,
you-
I mean, if you're good enough and you could build something, you could do
Which
well
you
no
have.
matter what you're doing.
Which you have.
But yeah, I mean, it is very personal, and that's why I always said,
Even though
I
Steven
can
does
never
all the
do-
work.
That's the fine line message there is line yourself up with someone who's really, really capable. And then you get to go to dinner 2 or 3 times a night with
Yes.
wackos like me and you.
Oh no, he's lined himself up with most of the realtors on Staten Island.
Well, from a dinner
Well,
perspective.
Well, he means my partner Steven,
Yes.
who
Does all the work?
we've known each other almost 40 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Almost
that.
40 years.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Since the second grade,
Oh, shit.
we've known each other. We've been friends since we were kids, and we went to grammar school, high school together. And then after that, we split, but we weren't best friends, but we always stayed in touch.
Gotcha. I
And
didn't
here
know
we
that.
are.
Did he go to Hofstra as well? Right?
No,
Is
no.
Hofstra Law where you went? Right?
No. He did not. He went to a different college, different law school. But grammar school and high school, we were friends.
How did you guys reunite? This sounds like a good story
Yeah,
now,
this
right?
Well,
is-
we just
now
kept
it
we
is.
just kept in touch. To tell you the
Okay.
truth, we just kept in touch. I'm somebody that I'll just look through my phone and call somebody or reach out to somebody once in a while, because I got a lot of love and people grow apart, and that's just how life is.
Absolutely.
Life gets in the way. But, me and Steve had a lot of history together. So once I'm 20, 25, 30, I'm reaching out to him every once in a while, and we're just kind of hanging out, maybe once every even a couple of years, but we kept in touch. And then one day I reach out to him and I say, hey, I just opened up my own office. And he said, hey, I just started doing real estate law. I've been doing immigration, which I knew. And I said, well, work for this guy for a year, learn the ropes, and let me know. And sure enough, a year later, we got together. And now it's
Amazing.
been 9 years together. I've been on my own 10 years overall and
Fantastic.
making it happen.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. All right. Well, listen, it was
Dinner time?
Yeah, it was a pleasure talking to you. My stomach's starting to growl.
Oh, yeah.
Your eyes are starting to glaze over a little bit.
No, yeah. I've been going
Yeah,
for a while.
you are like the energy. This guy's working hard, man. He's not the
No other way. I mean, you
He's
don't
not
work.
the Tommy of old. No, it was a long way for about 40, almost
Oh,
40
yeah.
years. Don't say that.
Oh,
40
years.
years.
Yeah.
40
But you
years.
can't listen. You can't work your job as real estate salespeople and not expect to work your ass off.
No,
if
no,
you
that's
don't,
it.
then you're just not going to be
Listen,
successful.
and
Well,
that's
that's
it.
That's the key point.
And the thing about
That's
it
it.
is,
So many
listen,
people do that, and they wonder why the market's so bad. No, the market's okay. You got to work hard.
Yeah, listen, I love it. For me, it's not work. What people don't understand is that I have everything these people have worked for their whole lives that call on my phone. So when somebody tells me, oh, don't pick it up or do something different, and I look at them and I'm like, buddy, what? It doesn't even make sense to me what you're saying, because this person just entrusted me with 500,000, 600,000, 700,000.
Forget about the
Same
dollar
here.
amount. It's their most likely their largest investment that they
Yeah,
own.
yeah.
They
and
could
they-
possibly be homeless.
Correct.
And it's on my back.
Correct.
Until I get it to Ralph.
Yeah, you know what? I wish more people in his industry would think that way.
No.
Because
A
I
lot of
feel like-
people saw TV and
well, not
and-
only TV, you get paid pretty good, right? So
do,
it's
we
a
do.
low barrier of entry, right? Like we said earlier, a few $100 and some
Yeah.
hours, you're in.
Yeah.
Right? How much did it cost you for your law degree? How much it cost you to open an office? There's not many businesses in the world for $1,000 to your board and $500 and some time to a class that now you own a business of your own where you can make
You could do whatever you want.
$500,000.
But it's
whatever you
that
want.
80-20 rule.
it's
you know,
probably less than that.
Yeah,
It's
but
probably less
it's
than
only
that. Yeah.
the cream of
Sure.
the crop's going to
I-
rise,
I-
and
I get it.
especially
90-10,
going
90-10.
forward
Yeah.
into a normal market, because
gonna
I'm
get
not
tougher.
going to say it's going to be a tough market yet. I haven't seen a tough market. I've only been doing this about 9 years. Every year it progressively gotten better. So I haven't seen.
Well,
I wasn't
this is
around
this
for the
is a-
crash.
This is beginning or the middle, hopefully, of a tough market in that the rates came up and prices are still high and
Yeah, we're gonna see. You're gonna see prices drop.
But I
Obviously.
think from your position, it's not going to be that bad because what happens is guys like you that got too busy and let fruit fall off your table is what's keeping the little guys in business.
Sure,
They
sure.
wouldn't normally get
No,
deals.
no.
You're going to be a lot more efficient because there's going to be less transactions out there. So the better agent will be more
And-
efficient, keep stuff on his table, and in turn, the deals that are coming off the top right now are just the ones that fell to the bottom.
Yeah, and I'm gonna pivot. Listen, I've worked in every spectrum of from high end to really low end and I just know where I need to go prior to getting there, and I see where I'm going with it. So I'm gonna be fine. I just hope certain agents are going to carry that as well, But again, it's
It's on them.
it's
Well, listen,
just
if
an
the
individual
3
mindset.
deals a year agent gets weeded out, nobody's gonna.
Well,
cry
that's
for
what's
that.
going to happen.
You
The
know,
3-deal agent only got those deals because it was your cousin's uncle's sister's friend, and you didn't want to feel uncomfortable on Thanksgiving, so you said, let me just give it to Becky because of the fact that, I don't want to feel weird in front of her
Even
father.
though we know she's not really an agent.
Well, she just got licensed, and she's
Well,
also
just got
a t-
licensed is different than
No.
10 years and you're doing 3
Yes.
deals
Well,
a year.
yeah,
Yeah.
but typically you also have to understand this in our industry anyway, where we are geographically, is made up of part-timers. It's not made up
Sure.
of full-time realtors. It's made up
Sure.
of people, and it's not a negative thing. I don't want you to think that it's negative, but it's made up of a cop, a fireman, a nurse, or a teacher
Trying to figure
who
second
also
income
has
because it's
a
so
sec-
goddamn expensive to live
absolutely
around.
to live
Yeah, I
here,
get
right?
it,
That's
I
why I'm
get it.
saying it's not a negative, but you can't do what a person who wakes up at 7 in the morning and dedicates 12 hours to this business can do. You
You're
just
right,
physically
you're right,
don't
you're right.
have the time or
And that's all right. And the numbers bear that out. in
Yeah.
the end.
Correct.
I wake
correct.
up unemployed, like we
Right.
say all the time. Every day I wake up unemployed.
You write your own check, and that's
But al-
why you got to answer that phone.
And also
Exactly.
success comes in different forms, right? As a broker, and I go through a business plan with somebody, Tommy's success might be different than yours.
Sure.
I have people here that want to do 3 deals a year so they can go on 2 really cool vacations, and that's success to me. There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that, nothing wrong
if
with
he did 3 deals, he'd jump out the window.
Yes.
Well, you got to do 3 deals a month.
Well, I'm just saying to make my point. Success for everyone is different.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So you got to find what your
And it's not
success
always
is.
measured in dollars.
No,
we all know
no,
that.
no,
We all know that.
A lot of times it's not. Some of the most
It
expensive
shouldn't be.
the most expensive things or the most valuable things I own you can't buy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are your kids?
Well, my
Right.
family, sure.
Yeah.
I throw my wife in there.
Or the McAllen.
I love my wife.
But the McAllen was bought.
No, the McAllen you can buy. It's actually for sale right
McAllen
now.
was
If
gifted.
if
Everybody's
anybody's looking for a
looking.
bottle, I got some good stuff. At scottsattarot.com. All right, so listen, let's wrap this up. I had a ball with you.
Yeah,
Listen,
we really
I
did.
always have
And
a
we
ball
could,
with you. We could,
getting 3
We'll
people
do it again.
that
We'll do it again in 6
Yeah.
months.
we could talk us 3.
Yeah,
hours.
we talked for 20 minutes
Yeah.
before this. That was
Yeah.
great that we could have
That
thrown
we
on this.
should
It's
have,
even more
yeah.
entertaining. But
Then
listen,
we
Ralph,
wasted 2 hours on the show.
thanks for being on. I know you're a busy guy. We fit in his schedule,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is awesome. We'll have you on again.
In 4 months from now.
All right, let's go grab a bite. All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. Catch us anywhere you listen to podcasts, all that, social media shit.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Tommy. AL Closings online, people.
There you
AL
go.
Closings.
Look 'em out. Look 'em up.
I'm behind on my videos the last couple of weeks. I've been slacking, but I'm
That's all
coming
right.
back.
That's
Check
all
them
right.
out. All right.
all right.
Talk to you soon.
All right.
Thanks for listening to the Too Many Topics Podcast. Be sure to subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. While you're there, leave us a rating and review. That helps spread the word about the show. Want more? Check out www.toomanytopics.com.